We have now seen IU lose 7 of 11 games. We just watched IU lose 77-63 to Iowa here in Assembly Hall. 63 points was their second lowest output of the Big Ten season. They scored 50 at Michigan State a few weeks ago, and what has to be the worst basketball game I've ever seen. The Michigan State one.
Yeah, that one. This one's close though.
This one was close. This was an ugly game on both ends, but especially on the offensive end for IU. Just didn't really have anything going for it. A lot of possessions where the ball just kind of stuck to one player's hand, nobody moved, and with 10 seconds to go, somebody panicked and kind of went off and did something. Of course, we asked Tom Crean about that in the post-game press conference, and he lied to our faces and said that that wasn't a thing that happened, and that's not what he saw. But that's what everybody else in the building saw. An offense that just kind of stagnated for the second consecutive game against Northwestern. It happened last week, and then this week, even after a 6-day break. So, Sam, besides offense being horrible, what did you see in this game?
Yeah, the offense though it stagnated in a different way because they were just missing easy shots. You got to hit your bunnies. And they missed their bunnies. They missed 20 bunnies, 20 layups or dunks. Five different chances there where they missed 2 layups on the same possession. One, it was missing 3 in a row because Yogi Ferrell missed a layup that Troy Williams tried to put back and missed that. Then Jordan Fuchs had it, and then he missed that too. And then Indiana committed a foul. And then the next possession they missed 2 more layups. That was poor. That was really poor all day. But then defensively too, they were letting Iowa do whatever it wanted in the mid-range. I love mid-range jumpers. I really do. Iowa was hitting every mid-range jumper today. They missed 12 layups of their own. But apart from that, and apart from their three-point shooting, any other type of attempt, they shot 21 of 30 on layups and mid-range jumpers. That really helps you win basketball games. Yeah, Iowa just kind of controlled everywhere. They got to the free throw line 28 times, made 23 of those. Indiana was 7 of 11 from the free throw line. Ugly game here in Indiana. Disappointing, too, to see that. And not that many fans were here to see it. Nobody really showed up to this one. But Casey, what did you see?
Well, one thing I think we saw early on was that first of all, it was a really sloppy game in the first half, particularly. But if anyone came out of that on top, it was Iowa. Definitely had a game plan that they wanted to work the ball through the middle through Aaron White, and it really paid off in the form of free throws and just open looks. And like Sam said, they just kind of made all their mid-range jumpers. They made all their easy shots. And that they made almost all their free throws. And when one team gets to the line 28 times and the other team gets to the line 11 times, someone obviously has an advantage there.
The one with 28, right?
I think so, yeah.
That was a point that Tom Crean made in this postgame conference, too. He said that a lot of the reason for IU not putting up as many points is they didn't get to the free throw line. He kind of indirectly complained about the officiating. He said IU's players didn't get calls around the rim. It was physical underneath the rim. Iowa took 8 free throws before IU took 1. That's actually true. But he said that the referees were telling him that his players were jumping into Iowa's players, so they can't call fouls. That's true. There were a couple instances of that happening, and it happens every game. But the free throws were an important thing. You get 17 more opportunities for easy points, and that is something where IU normally picks up a bunch of points off the free throw line just because of the nature of its transition offense and how quickly it likes to play. Teams try to slow it down just by fouling. But looking bigger picture, this was the seventh of IU's last 11 games that it has lost. It has now slipped to 19 and 11, 9 and 8 in the Big Ten. IU is in 7th place in the Big Ten, and there's only one game left. It'll be in this building against Michigan State on Saturday, and that's the same Michigan State team that IU played, the aforementioned worst game that Sam and I have ever seen in our entire lives.
Yeah. So we're sitting at a point where it's almost a must-win. It's got to be a must-win Saturday, unless you rally off a bunch of wins in the Big Ten tournament. It's interesting because Tom Crean talked about frustration. Tom, are you frustrated? No. Frustration, he said, goes away when you're in the 5th or 6th grade. I don't know. I was frustrated this morning probably when I was trying to find the key to my house and couldn't find it. So I don't know if that's true. Fans were frustrated. They were booing throughout the entire second half, basically. But yeah, this game against Michigan State, Tom Izzo's not going to do Tom Crean any favors. He's going to want to step on his throat and get rid of a very good Indiana team potentially in the NCAA tournament who could make a bunch of shots and upset some people.
Michigan State's got a little to play for as well. They're trying to finish off that double bye top 4 Big Ten finish.
So it's that point of the season where you can't just be reinventing yourself at this point. You just have to play better, and That's so silly, and yeah, I can say that sitting over in my media seat saying, "Hey, Indiana, play better." That's all you can do at this point.
One thing that I think should be interesting, I don't know if Colin Hartman will be back. I kind of doubt it, just based on the fact that he was almost ruled out before today's game. I mean, the day before today's game. But one thing I think is that I think Tom Crean really needs to shorten up the bench.
Yeah.
This is I mean, it wasn't a must-win game today, but pretty close. And the fact that Ryan Burton, Jordan Fuchs, they're getting, and Max Hotzler are really getting like minutes. I think they combined for 16 minutes today between the three of them. That's really unacceptable. I think you have to give yourself the best chance to win. And with those three in right now at their point in their careers, that doesn't give IU the best chance to win.
Yeah, in college you're only playing 40-minute games. You don't need a 10-man rotation, and that's a 10-man rotation is what IU's going with right now. I was thinking about it earlier at halftime. I would cut Stan and Max from my rotation, cut it down to 8 guys, assuming Colin comes back.
Right.
You cut it down to 8 guys, and then you just roll with those 8 guys, roll through best 8 players, because Stanford Robinson isn't providing you anything either. Crane talks a lot about how he battles in the post, and he's a good defender, he's an okay defender. He makes up for not being crazy athletic with being kind of smart on the defensive end, but isn't really anything on the offensive end. You're kind of playing 4-on-5.
Yeah, I mean, that's interesting. I don't know about cutting the rotation down as much. I don't think you need to have Jordan Fuchs out there. My problem is that we've seen guys like Max Holtz will get hot. We've seen Emmett Holt kind of change games when he's out there. I know you included him in that rotation there. Colin Hartman should be back for all intents and purposes Saturday. Tom Crean implied that he was going to be back by Saturday, but it's hard to know for sure when he hasn't been in live practice yet. And today he wasn't out there even warming up. He was just kind of walking out. He walked out late when IU was already doing their little dunk show that they usually do with about 35, 40 minutes left on or before the game. So I don't know if he changes too much coming back at this point. I think the problems on this IU team extend past him. It's just a shame to see, Nick Zeisloff, the type of game that Nick Zeisloff needs to have today. He had 5 3-pointers, and he just kind of goes to waste. Indiana's just not really doing anything else anywhere. Just a lot of problems right now to fix. Tom Crean sent out six players to talk to the media after the game. The 5 starters typically, or the 5 people that were on the floor at the end of the game, and Honor, they're the other starter. Kind of basically because he's like, well, you guys lost the game, you got to kind of talk about it. And that was really awkward. The entire thing was awkward.
I guess the question, and nobody knew who was going to answer it.
It was one of the more awkward things we've had all season. But the point was, these players got to answer for their problems right now, and none of them really had a firm answer on any question in particular.
There's a lot of answers of, we got to go back and watch the film.
Oh, that was a good one.
That phrase was used a lot today.
Got to look at the numbers more. Got to play better. Troy just said the same answer 3 times in a row. It was like, we got to finish better on the rim. Got to finish better on the rim. Got to finish like 3 times, just point blank.
Which, to be fair, is something that he should be repeating to himself.
True.
It's true.
I mean, yeah, but it's just a lot of problems right now. Man, I did not see this 3 weeks ago. Anybody?
No, not at
4
all.
weeks ago, maybe.
See this coming.
No, I mean, you talk about 2 weeks ago. I mean, IU was almost a lock for the tournament. They're maybe a 7 seed, looking to move up to a 6 seed, and now they just got moved. I mean, they're for sure on the bubble now. They might not even be in the tournament in a lot of bracketologists, brackets. But they really that's the thing, yeah. But they definitely need either to beat Michigan State or rattle off a couple in the Big Ten tournament.
Yeah. Then again, if they beat Michigan State by 5 or 6 points on Saturday, we'll be thinking this conversation was stupid. And of course, I use the tournament team because look at the teams that they played into.
New ball game.
Because basketball's dumb. So we will be with you guys for that game on Saturday night.
Noon.
No,
Saturday at noon.
Afternoon. Yeah.
We'll be with you guys Saturday afternoon against Michigan State.
Yeah. So we'll see you then. Bye.